shut up.
Right.
I told you to shut up.
Get up. Look, that's enough, for God's sake. None of your kids can see you now.
You bitch!
Bring down! Bring down!
You ready for our little chat then?
Okay, that's enough. We'll sort this out later.
Love, she deserved more than she got, I can tell you.
What happened?
She hit me with a bloody hoe.
I wasn't talking to you.
I don't know. They're all moving around and suddenly Hazel attacked Winter with a hoe.
Yeah, well, she pushed her to.
That's a bloody lie. Now that is enough. Now that's the end of the exercise period today. Everybody back inside. Come along.
Time, back into the building.
Just say, listen, my head feels like it's splitting open.
Ah, it looks all right to me. Take her to the cistern if she's still on duty.
Oh, that's lovely, that is.
Come on, keep it moving.
It's not fair.
You only got yourselves to blame.
All right, just keep moving back inside. Come on, Winter. That means all of you.
Not quite all of us. You know, I wouldn't be at all surprised if one of us has gone missing by now.
Righto, everybody inside. Could you help get the women back to work, please, Miss Conway?
Sure.
It's a bloody short exercise period. From what I could see, you've had quite enough exercise, Winter.
It was just a little difference of opinion, Mrs. M.
Yes, well, you can explain that to the governor. You'll all end up on charges, I think. You could better see the sister about that bump on your head, too.
No, it's all right. I'll survive.
It wasn't my fault, Mrs. Morris. She started it. I didn't.
Yeah, that's true, Mrs. Morris.
Look, I'm not interested. You can tell your stories to the governor. This is the second time you've been caught up in fights lately, Kent.
Come on, Mum.
Hold it. Edwards and Peterson are missing.
Maybe they went for a walk.
Where's Edwards?
I don't know.
You were with her.
You told everyone to come inside. I just followed.
I'll find her.
Okay. Righto, the rest of you, back to work.
I don't know. I was just getting rid of the rubbish.
You're already up on one charge, Winter.
Bloody fool. What do you want to get involved in a fight for?
You joined in too.
Yeah, well, I had no option, did I?
Neither did I.
You didn't have to answer her back. Look, you're in enough trouble already without facing extra charges. I thought you wanted to get out of here to be with your family.
Well, that doesn't mean I just got to stand there and let anybody push me around.
You're the one that's going to suffer.
Well, it's my business then, isn't it?
Oh, dear, arguing, girls?
Winter, if you haven't got enough to keep yourself occupied in the laundry, Brian, I can always put you on cleaning duties in the afternoon.
Mrs. Morris, there's no sign of Edwards in the garden.
She must be there.
Well, if she is, she's found a darn good hiding place. Either that or she's escaped.
Stop there, ladies. Tell the governor we'll have to lock the women in their cells whilst we do a search.
Do you reckon she got out?
I can't see how she could have. Stranger things have happened.
You lost something?
Yes, one of the prisoners is missing.
You won't be hanging in the wardrobe, surely? Well, you're doing much better than I am. Anyway, I seem to have lost an entire printing class. I can't find one of them.
Yes, well, all the women have been locked up whilst we do this search.
Who are you looking for?
Sandy Edwards. You haven't seen her, have you?
No, I haven't, actually. I guess it's going to take very long, because I've got to go into state tomorrow, and this could be my last chance for a while to take the class.
Well, could take all day. I mean, she might have escaped. If I were you, I'd go home. Doesn't seem much point in waiting around.
I've got nothing better to do.
Come in.
We've searched the garden thoroughly. There's no sign of her.
What about inside the building?
Oh, they're still searching, but she definitely didn't come inside with the others.
Did you check the fences? Were there any signs of a breakout?
Nothing.
And vehicles? Have any left the prison since she was last seen?
Only the garbage truck, but that's been checked.
Inside and out?
Oh, you couldn't hide inside. It's the crusher type.
Then it's time we call the police.
Don't suppose they'll be too gentle when they catch up with her.
Well, I should think that's the least of her worries. She's just killed one of the McNally gang. If they find her, they're liable to shoot first and ask questions later, even if it were in self-defense. Yes, we're still conducting a search in here, but I think you should alert all police in the area, just in case. Well, of course she's dangerous. She's in for murder. Just a moment, please. Any sign?
Nothing. We've searched the whole building.
Hello? Yes, we've just completed a full search, and there's no sign of her. Yes, we'll do that. Goodbye. Well, it seems more and more as though she has escaped, but I can't see how she managed it.
Well, she could still be hiding somewhere, waiting for night.
We've looked everywhere.
We better search again, just in case. If she has escaped, there must be some physical evidence of how she managed to get out. She had so little time.
Yeah, but I think it was all pre-planned. The other women started a fight to divert our attention.
Which women?
Well, everyone seemed to be involved, but Kent and Winter were the main two. Well, Kent attacked Winter with a garden hoe.
That's very strange. That's the second time she's attacked Winter in the last few days. It's completely out of character.
Well, Hazel's very tense at the moment. She misses her children and she's eligible for parole. She doesn't think she'll get it.
Well, fighting won't help her. She already has one assault charge before the VJ tomorrow. And if this fight was staged to help Edwards escape, she'll be up for that charge as well. I want you to search the garden again. If Edwards is not found, then assemble the women in the recreation area and I will talk to them.
Anybody know what happened to Edwards?
If anyone knows, it's you, you bitch! You're the one who started the fight!
Thank you, Ken. Haven't you had enough?
Get net, winner!
Oh, dear, temper. Hey, no wonder your old man's chasing other women all the time. We've got to wait for a miserable bitch like
You shut your mouth, you stinking bitch! You don't know anything about it!
Quiet! Next one I hear will be put on a charge.
Look, if you want to see George and the kids again, you're going to have to start behaving yourself. You're in enough trouble already.
Assemble the recreation room.
Now move.
I bet your old man has a different one every night.
I said move.
I cannot believe that Edwards could just disappear from the garden without anyone knowing something about it.
And there's screws there too.
Yes, distracted by a fight in which you were involved, Winter. You were the last to see Edwards, Peterson. What happened?
I don't know. I heard the fight break out. I turned around to see what was going on. When I looked back, Sandy had gone.
Peterson did come back from the garbage area alone.
Was this before or after the fight?
Just after.
I see. So everyone was distracted by the fight. From what I hear, Kent, you started it. Why were you fighting?
It was personal.
With half the prison involved, it could hardly be personal. Why were you fighting? Very well. Since you won't tell me, I can only assume the explanation would make things worse for yourself. All those involved will go before the VJ tomorrow morning to face charges for assisting Edwards to escape. That will be in addition to the assault charges you are already facing, Kent.
Glad to see you know when to keep your mouth shut.
I wish you bloody did. I wouldn't be in this mess if you did.
You're all to remain here until the dinner bell goes. Kent, come with me.
Hey, Peterson, I want a word with you.
Where are you going, Peterson?
To the toilet.
She doesn't need company, Winter. Come on, Kate, you've been waiting here.
What's this about? Why does Mrs. Davidson want to see me?
I'm surprised you even ask. I mean, you can't expect to start the fight.
I didn't start it. I was just...
Yes? Nothing.
Sorry, Mrs. Morris. I was held up in reception.
It's all right, Mrs. Davis. Hazel was just saying she didn't start the fight.
Oh? Who did, Kent?
Oh, come on, Hazel. You're only making things worse for yourself. No one started it. Just sort of happened.
And that incident in the laundry, did that just happen too? You have attacked Winter on 2 occasions in the last week. Now, we both know the existing pecking order, don't we? Why you and Winter?
It's so unlike you, Hazel. I mean, are you in trouble? Can we help? No, there's no trouble. Things just got out of hand, that's all.
Or the fight was deliberately organised to cover Edward's escape.
Oh, no, I didn't have anything to do with that. God, don't put that one on me, Mrs. Davidson. I'll never get out of this place.
Where is Sandy Edwards?
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, Hazel. But just remember, the VJ may not be quite so understanding. If you do think of anything, you must let me know. Do you understand? All right, Mrs. Morris, you can take her to the dining room.
Thought you would have finished ages ago.
No, I've just been browsing in the library.
Well, you're wasting your time. I don't think they'll have a class today.
I'm not waiting for the class, I'm waiting for you.
Oh.
Yes, hoping to see you before I left. I have to go interstate tomorrow, remember?
Yeah, you going to be away for long?
Oh, it's just personal business. You know what families are like.
Nothing serious, I hope.
No, it should all be settled in a couple of days.
Well, I'll miss our trips to the movies.
Well, we can still go tonight if you like. That's if you've got nothing else on.
Oh, no, I'd like to. I was only going to write some letters. I can do that anytime.
Good. Let's go.
Bloody Mary. Stuff things up for me.
Come on, honey, you might still get your parole. Look, I could tell the VJ you didn't start it.
Well, they'll believe you, I suppose. It's only our word against Mary and her cronies. She's not going to say she started.
No.
I don't know what George is going to do if I cop another stretch. He's been real good up to now, but I don't expect a bloke to hang around forever.
Well, he can't go far, not with your kids.
Still got them. Suppose I'm lucky, really.
It's funny how kids bring out the love in you, isn't it?
Either of you seen Peterson? Hey, Kent, I'm talking to you.
Leave her alone. She's got enough problems.
Look, nobody tells me what to do.
They don't have to, do they? They can get you to do just what they want without asking.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Sandy, are you going to tell me you didn't know about her plan to escape?
What plan? What are you talking about?
I thought everyone knew. She's had it ever since her old man was killed at Pentridge. She didn't see much point in hanging around here any longer. I know she set you up to stop that fight as a diversion. What's the matter? Didn't she tell you she was going to plan to escape?
What do you want?
You and Edward set me up.
I would have thought it was the other way around.
Well, that's something that ain't finished yet. But right now, I want to know where Edwards is. Did she have an escape plan?
How should I know?
Hazel Kent knows all about it.
Well, ask Hazel.
I'm asking you.
Look, I told Mrs. Davidson I heard the fight and I turned around to see what was going on. When I looked back, Sandy had gone.
Well, that story might be good enough for Davo, but I'm not buying it. You knew Edwards and me was after you. You wouldn't have taken your eyes off her for a second.
I don't know anything. Sandy wouldn't tell me anything.
You'd say anything to save your neck. You always have.
I tell you, I don't know anything.
What's going on here?
Just having a little chat, Mr. Faulkner.
Get back to your own cell. It's almost lock-up time.
There's still 15 minutes left yet.
Get back to your cell. I want a few words with Peterson.
Oh, right.
With Edwards out of the way, you're going to have to find yourself a new lover, aren't you?
Where's Edwards?
There's another one. I don't know.
Then what were you talking to Winter about?
Look, if I tell you, I'm going to need protection.
I'll lock you in your cell.
That's fine for tonight. What about tomorrow?
I'll speak to the governor. We'll keep an eye on you.
That little good, that'll do.
It's better than nothing.
All right. Sandy planned the escape all along. The fight was merely a diversion to keep you occupied. Mari and the rest of them were all in it too. That's why Mari was here, threatening me to keep my mouth shut.
But you're telling me anyway.
What have I got to lose? She's going to kill me. Keeping my mouth shut won't change that.
Make yourself at home and I'll put some coffee on.
Look, I won't stay. Thanks. I've got an early flight tomorrow morning.
Oh, one cup of coffee isn't going to hurt you.
I don't sleep terribly well on coffee. Look, I'd better be going. I'll write to you from Sydney.
I didn't think you were going to be away long enough to have to write.
Oh, I'm a compulsive letter writer. I write every day. In fact, I'll probably be back before the letter gets here. Good night.
It's 10 o'clock and here's the mid-morning news. Police said this morning that there's still no news on the whereabouts of escapee Sandra Edwards, who went missing from the Wentworth Detention Centre yesterday afternoon. Edwards disappeared during a fight in the prison grounds. Police say that Edwards is dangerous.
Only if you're a bloke.
This is the third escape from the centre this year, and the opposition are expected to...
Oh, we were listening to that. Yeah, I wouldn't mind asking a few questions about security in here myself.
All right, quieten down. Can I have a word with you, please, Minnie?
And that's the weather for today.
Oh, damn it, we missed it. All right, kid, what was that escape plan?
How should I know?
Listen, if you reckon you've had it tough so far, that's nothing compared to what you'll get if you don't tell me what I want to know.
Hazel, I think you better tell her. Tell her what? I don't know nothing.
What about that note for Edwards you found in Smith's laundry bag? What did that say?
Well, nothing about an escape. Just said Kate was lagging to the screws and she's been doing it for ages. If you want to know something about Sandy, why don't you ask Kate?
Yeah, that's right. Sandy said she was going to escape, but not until she dealt with Kate. Now, if you want to find out what happened, ask Kate.
Kent, Winter, you wanted the VJ's hearing. Kent, your hearings first. Off you go. Hold it. I want to talk to you.
Oh, don't tell me you're going to try and proposition me as well. You're pretty ambitious, aren't you?
Shut up and listen. You can save your talking for the VJ.
Well, I don't know if
Just
I've got to
tell the VJ all you know about Sandy's escape.
Who says I know anything?
Look, Sandy's in enough trouble from the police out there, but McNally's mob will be after her as well.
How come you're so concerned? Ha, as if I didn't know.
I know all about the escape plan.
Yeah, and I know who told you. There's only one bitch around here who'd lagged the screws. Well, I wouldn't believe everything she says. Oh, she knows what happened to Edwards, all right. But I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't even make it out of here alive.
What do you mean?
You're the one who's playing detective. You find out.
Have you ever seen the Maltese Falcon?
Only about 20 times. It's one of the consequences of working till midnight and not being able to sleep. Why, is it on again?
No, I saw it at the movies last night with Ian.
Oh.
He's a funny man, you know. He has never even tried to kiss me goodnight. Now, why do you think that is?
Well, he is married.
Separated, he says.
Oh, well, perhaps he's not ready for another involvement just yet.
Pity. Still, he'll get over it. He's a nice man, though, don't you think?
I thought you didn't like him when he first arrived. I certainly didn't.
First impressions can be misleading.
Impressions can always be misleading.
I'm not going to make a fool of myself over him like I did over Jim, if that's what you mean, Meg.
I didn't mention Jim.
It's obviously what you meant, though.
Well, Since you brought the matter up, yes, I do think you should be careful. It's not that long since Jim left. You don't want to do anything stupid on the rebound.
Just said I thought he was a nice man.
And as I said, it's none of my business. Look, I'm due back on duty. I'll see you later. Haven't you finished yet?
Oh, well, we're a bit short-staffed, aren't we? Mari and Hazel are at the VJ.
Well, Lizzie and Susie will take over when they finish their kitchen duties, because you're on cleaning duties.
Oh, terrific.
Hazel, how did it go? How do you bloody think I went? I got another bloody 3 months. That's how I went. Well, you brought it on yourself. I didn't. Mari attacked me. Well, did you tell the VJ that? Oh, of course I did. You don't think he bloody believed me, do you? They thought it was a setup to get Sandy out of here. I don't know what George is going to say when he finds out. Well, he's not due another visit for a week. Plenty of time to pull yourself together and think how you're going to tell him. Yeah, I've got plenty of time. He'll be right. He's a great bloke. Well, we got more going for us than most married couples.
Mr. Faulkner, I believe you've been making inquiries into Edward's escape.
If it was an escape.
Mrs. Davidson has put me in charge of the investigations. So, what do you know?
Well, nothing definite, really. Just claims and counterclaims from the women. Peterson reckons Winter deliberately started the fight as a cover for Edwards to escape.
Seems likely.
Yeah, but Winter reckons Edwards didn't escape at all. She thinks she was killed and the body dumped.
By whom?
Peterson.
Peterson? She couldn't handle Edwards. She was a doctor before she came in here. Edwards, she's been a thug all her life.
Well, whatever happened, Peterson was the last one to see her. I reckon she really knows what happened. Just a question of who you believe.
I'd have trouble believing either of them. Still, I think I know how to get to the truth. And what is your special interest in this?
What do you mean?
I thought you were in this job for the money. Here you are, playing detective.
Well, it doesn't look good on my record, does it? I mean, I was on duty when Edwards disappeared. Besides, I thought everyone was playing detective. I hear the governor's even got some of the other staff in the garden now, checking for signs that she might have escaped during the night.
What are you doing here? You only had a visit a few days ago.
Well, I was hoping to get permission for a special visit.
You've chosen a bad time to be asking favours. Haven't you heard we've had an escape?
Yeah, but it is important.
Well, Mrs. Davidson's talking to the visiting magistrate at the moment, but I think you should see Hazel.
Why? Something wrong?
I'll let her explain. Come and sign the visitor's book.
Thanks.
Right, Mrs. Garfield, I'll take over. Bit of a come down, isn't it? Ah, still, I suppose it's better than being in the laundry with your mates.
Is this your idea of protection?
Get in the cell. What for? Because I said so. So you don't like the protection we're providing? Well, that's okay, because here's a little surprise. I'm taking your protection away. I'm telling all of the officers to stay clear.
But you can't do that. They're trying to kill me.
Oh, I don't think they're trying too hard. You're still alive. And I don't think you're that scared. Otherwise, you wouldn't still be telling us lies.
What lies?
You told us that Winter and Edwards planned the escape together.
That's true.
That is rubbish. They hated each other. They wouldn't work together. Well, Winter reckons you killed Edwards.
She'd have to say that, wouldn't she? Say anything to save her neck.
So would you. Anything but the truth.
Look, I couldn't tell you the truth, could I? Not without implicating an officer.
Oh, what's that supposed to be? I don't know whether Mari was involved, but I do know who sent Sandy to the rubbish area so she could get away. And I also know who she was having an affair with. Who? Steve Faulkner.
Well, how come George is being allowed another visit? I asked the governor for special permission. Why? Well, the sooner he knows, the better. I think it's best to get it over with before he hears it from somebody else. Besides, he wants to see you. Well, why can't you tell him? Well, what good would that do? Well, you could explain it wasn't my fault. I can't do that. Look, you're asking me to criticise the VJ to help you, and I don't think he was at fault. I'm sorry. I think you're lucky the governor allowed you another visit. You got yourself into this mess, and George is left looking after the children. I think you owe it to him to tell him. Now, come on. Are the kids with him? No. It's good to see you, love. Well, come on, Hazel. This isn't a conjugal visit. I'm sorry. Just so pleased to see him. Well, why did you meet the kids, love? You know I'm dying to see him.
Well, it is a school day, you know how it is. Bad enough me getting the day off work. But I had to talk to you.
I'm glad you did. Well, how are they? Still having trouble with Johnny Wagon's school?
Oh, no, he's settled down.
And how about Barbie?
She's fine.
Look, if you want to have a private conversation, why don't you go and sit on that bench over there?
Yeah, thanks, Mrs. Morris.
Gee, the garden looks pretty jaded, doesn't it? Hasn't been the same since Mum left. Still, what can you expect? They do it like this.
It's a long coffee break, Mr. Falk.
Sorry, I was just going.
No, not yet. I want a word with you. I've been following up your information on Winter and Peterson. It appears there's something they agree on after all.
Oh, good. What's the story?
You and Edwards were having an affair.
Edwards? Well, that's ridiculous. What are they saying, that they saw us at it?
No. Edwards openly boasted about it.
Well, so what? Those women are locked up without blokes for years. They're bound to fantasize to make up stories. Well, you're not going to believe it, are you?
You've been taking a lot of interest in her escape.
Well, precisely. Why would I be asking questions if I knew where she was?
It could be a cover-up to put people off.
Yeah, and it could be a pack of lies. There's no proof.
No. At least not until we find Edwards. We will find out, sooner or later. And if I find out you've been abusing your position, I'll have you thrown out of the department so fast you won't know what hit you. That is, if the police don't arrest you first for aiding an escapee. It's not very pleasant to be an ex-screw in prison.
Here, this is cracked. Throw it in the rubbish bin.
Hey, where are the rubbish bins emptied?
Well, in the industrial bin outside. The truck comes in 2 times a week to cart it away.
So you mean it all ends up outside?
Of course. Oh, hurry up with them big spoons. Everybody will be here soon for lunch. Sorry. Quick. Help me to put this on the table.
Mrs. O'Regan cooked this, didn't she?
Oh, it looks awful. I don't know. It's not bad for Mrs. O'Regan.
Oh, the sooner I get out of here and get some decent food, the better.
That's easier said than done.
Oh, Sandy managed it.
Yeah. How do you reckon she did it?
I don't know. It's bloody smart. Smarter than anything we could think up.
Oh, I don't know. I'm working on a plan at the moment.
Yeah? What is it?
Oh, I can't say just yet.
Oh, go on. I could help you.
You weren't much help last time.
Well, it wasn't my fault that Mrs. Powell recognised you. Besides, you won't get very far without somebody helping you. Go on. You can tell us.
No, I can't.
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? You try to help somebody and that's all the thanks you get.
Oh, it's not that, Lizzie. It's just that there's so many laggers about, you can't trust anybody.
Cool now, I'm a lagger.
Oh, I don't mean you or Mass. All right, look. As soon as I've come up with all the details, I'll tell you. Okay?
Beauty, and then I can help you.
It's nice sitting here like this, isn't it?
Yeah. Can't sit here all day, though. Got to think of the kids.
I thought they were at school.
Oh, yeah, they are, but you're always thinking of them. You know, shopping and things.
Thought the housekeeper would do that.
She can't do everything.
She'd better not.
Listen, Hayes, I've got to tell you something. It's about my wife. I'm going to divorce her.
George, that's wonderful.
Now, hold on, Hayes. It's not like you think.
Oh, but now we can get married. It's what we've always wanted. Oh, love.
Time's nearly up. Don't you think you should tell him?
Tell me what?
Hazel.
Well, if you're so keen, you bloody tell him.
But what's going on?
Hazel's just lost 3 months remission.
You've got another 3 months.
Wasn't my fault, love.
Thanks a lot, Hazel. You've made it real easy.
What do you mean?
I mean, I've been looking after the kids all the while you've been in here, staying home every night, never going out with other women, and you pull a stroke like this. Well, I am getting married, Hazel. I'm marrying Joan.
Who?
The housekeeper.
You bastard.
Well, what do you expect? I tried to stay away from her. Bloke's only human. Maybe if you'd got out when you're supposed to, things would have been different.
How would they? What are you made up your mind? All right. All right, she can have you. She's not having my kids. She's not having my bloody kids.
That's enough, Hazel. I think you better go.
Miss Sharp, take Mr. Goscombe in to sign out, please.
Won't you just sit here and calm down for a while? She's not having my kids.
Anybody seen Peterson?
No, she's been making herself real scarce. What are you going to do about her? Just want to have a little talk to her first. I reckon she bumped off Edwards.
Whether she did or not, she's still a lagger. She ruined the kitchen look and the drugs, and she's got away with it.
That's what she thinks.
Well, look, anything you want to do to her, you can count me in, as long as it's permanent.
What's going on here? Didn't you hear the bell?
Oh, we was just wondering where Peterson was.
She's not hungry. She's staying in a cell, so come on, move.
Feeling okay now?
Yeah, terrific.
Better go inside. George is gone.
That's her. And they're my kids. He said they were at school. She's taken my kids!
Give me the kids! She's pinching the kids! She's pinching the kids!
She's stolen my kids. I'll never see them again.
Now, that's ridiculous.
Is it? She's turned George against me. Now she's going to turn my kids against me. They'll probably move and I'll never see them again.
They can't do that. If they did, she'd end up in jail as well.
Yeah? Well, I hope she does. I'll be waiting for her.
Look, if you're really worried, I'll send a social worker to talk to you. She can go out and see the kids then.
I want them in a home.
You can't do that. George has legally adopted them.
I'd rather have them put in a home than with her.
Well, you'll have to discuss that with the social worker. Now, come along, it's lunchtime. You're better off with the other women. Someone to talk to.
Well, come on, Lizzie, serve it. It'll be bloody cold.
Yeah, it's bad enough hot. I've got to wait till Mrs. Powell tells me to, so shut up.
Go ahead, Birdsworth.
About bloody time.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
I'm in a hurry. I've got business to attend to. It's permanent business, right?
Oh, yeah.
Thanks.
Sure. Sit down there. Lizzie, bring a meal over here, will you, please?
Come off it.
I've got to serve the others first, Mrs. M.
They can serve themselves.
Oh, that's bloody charming. That is after they've been waiting all that
Get
time.
on with it, Winter.
Take it easy, Lizzie.
Well, why is she getting such special treatment?
George has just left me, Lizzie.
Oh, no. I'm sorry, love.
Got to get out and talk to him.
You won't be able to do that for a while, love.
Well, maybe I can.
Crushing me, I can't breathe.
I'm not pushing that hard. I just want a bit of information, that's all. You're good at getting information, aren't you? Not the stuff you've been feeding the cops these past 3 months.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You gave my letter to Fitzwater to the cops, didn't you?
They set me up. They said they'd found a witness to get me off the murder charge. It was just another policeman. They tricked me.
Well, what'd you expect? That's what they do to all their grasses. And you were a grass, weren't you? I'll give you one more chance to tell me what you did with Edwards.
I didn't do anything to her. She set you up. She said if I helped her get away, she wouldn't hurt me. It was a setup. She fooled you. It was all Sandy's idea. I didn't want to trick you. She was going to kill me.
Oh, you didn't have much choice then, did you? Either she killed you then, or I kill you now.
Noticed you didn't have any lunch, Winter.
I wasn't hungry, Mrs. Powell.
Oh, go and eat something anyhow. Keep your strength up.
I'll see you later, Tears. You two work on the Savo?
Yeah, Clan.
Well, I'm going to need some help with Peterson.
I thought you left the dining room to take care of that.
Yeah, well, I would have, wouldn't I? But Officer Powell came past. It's the second time I've been round to her cell and the screws have come by. They're keeping a real close watch on her.
So what can we do?
Well, Powell's put her on kitchen duty. Now, her first job's going to be to get the dirty plates from Solitary. Just make sure you're cleaning at the bottom of the stairs.
And then what?
Stop her coming back down again. I'll take care of the rest.
I thought you were working in the laundry.
I said I'd take care of it.
Okay.
Mrs. Morris? Mrs. Morris? I want to see the governor. Could you fix it up for me?
Well, she's with the VJ at the moment. There's still a lot of cases to be heard. Is it urgent?
I was thinking what you said about seeing a social worker. Seeing a social worker won't do me no good. I want permission for my kids to come and see me.
They can't come in on their own.
Well, that's the whole point. George will have to bring them. He wouldn't say no, and when he's here, we can talk. Well, I won't cause a scene, Mrs. Morris, honest. All right, I'll speak to the governor when she's free. Seems quite a good idea to me. Come on, you're supposed to be working in the laundry, aren't you?
Oh, come on, Mouse, hurry up. I haven't got all day.
Have you heard that Susie's going to try another escape?
She'll be lucky she won't last 2 minutes on the outside.
Not without help, she won't. That's why I'm trying to organise a bit of a collection.
Oh, all right. Here.
$1. She won't get far on $1.
She won't get far no matter how much she's got.
No, she'll be lucky to even get out with all the laggers around.
Yeah. Well, I'm just going to go and make sure there's one less lagger around. Take over the press, Mouse.
Where are you going?
I'm off to the dunny, Mrs. Morris.
Well, make it quick.
Right.
I'll speak to Mrs. Davidson as soon as she's free. Thanks.
Are you really trying to go over the top? What? In the dining room, you made it sound as though you were going to try and escape.
Oh, no. Mrs. Morris is arranging for my kids to come in and see me with George. Well, I reckon we can sort things out if we can talk.
Susie's going to try it again.
Eh? Good luck to her.
Oh, she'll need more than luck. That's why I'm having a bit of a whip around. Would you like to give something?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, tar.
And don't take all day collecting the dirty dishes. Well, aren't you coming with me? I have work to do. Well, how do I get into solitary then? Miss Conway's on duty up there. She'll let you through. Go on.
What's this?
Money for when you get out. We all chipped in.
Oh, thanks, Lizzie. I don't know what to say.
Don't say nothing, only don't mess it up this time. Hope you got a better plan than last time.
Oh, it's great. Hey, Lizzie, who chipped in? I'd like to thank them.
Forget it.
Lizzie,
Yeah?
what time do the garbage trucks arrive?
In about an hour. Why?
Oh, nothing.
Has that got anything to do with your escape?
Kent, want to work with you?
Oh, has the governor given permission for my kids to visit?
No idea. Outside?
What do you want?
Outside.
If you're going to blame me for something else, you can forget
Don't get smart.
I'm not smart. If I was smart, I wouldn't have copped extra time, would I?
Here. These were handed to Mrs. Davidson. She asked me to give them to you.
What is it?
Custody papers. George Goscombe, he's applied for custody of your children.
No, he can't have. I only saw him this morning. I've just asked Mrs. Morris for permission for the governor.
Come on, Peterson, you're as slow as a wet week.
Well, come on.
I can't, Miss Conway. They're waiting for me.
Who?
Lil and Margot, they were there when I came up.
Of course they are. They're on cleaning duty, as I remember.
But they'll still be there.
We can't lock everybody up just because you'd like the corridors to yourself, Peterson. Now get moving.
Please, Miss Conway.
Move!
Come on, Doc. What are you waiting for?
What do you want?
Why don't you come and find out?
won't get away with this.
What's the matter, Peterson? Lost your screw mates, have you?
You said you'd handle things from here, Murray. Let's go.
I've seen that knife before. Edward's got it off me. And there's only one way you could have got it off her. You killed her.
He used to give me roses. I wish he could again. But that was on the outside, and things were different then. On the inside, the sun still shines, and the rain falls down. But the sun and rain are prisoners too. Around. Last night I dreamed we were together, sharing all the love we'd known, till I had to face the nightmare of waking up alone. On the inside the roses grow, they don't mind the stony ground, but the roses here are prisoners too when morning comes around.